Hey everybody, MattRuc here and welcome back to another episode of Pixelmon and Minecraft. On the last episode, I actually left you guys with a tour of the new Charizard arena that was created by Baka Fish and Werts Fuzzy. So again, if you want to go see a more detailed tour of this place, make sure you go and check out that last video. But here's a quick overview. I just want to give you a quick look around. Obviously it is gorgeous. I definitely recommend coming to check this out. And yeah, it's excellent build, but as I mentioned last time, I wanted to do a full video on the rest of the complex that they were working on. So first things first, we got a warp there, and I'm technically here already, but since you guys might not know how to get here, you actually type /warp tourney plex, and I'll leave this in the description or something so you guys can actually, type it in there and come and check this place out, because there's a lot that it has to offer. So the first thing that you're going to notice is that you're going to warp right in the center of this little swirly icon that was created. And what you get into is actually like this courtyard type area. And it's really just a basic setup, pretty much where people gather around. It has a bunch of NPCs, and then it also has this Mega Blastoise water fountain. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. I love that they incorporate the Mega evolutions into this build. It's excellent. So the first thing that you're going to notice is that there's 3 signs right in front of the Mega Blastoise statue. And the main sign is the Charizard Arena, which we've already seen. That's straight ahead. We won't go check it out again because we've already seen it. Then we also have a Pokemon Battle Arena and a Pokemon Training Center. Now the first thing that we're going to do is actually check out the Pokemon Training Center because it's going to help us significantly when I show you guys what's all in the Pokemon Battle Arena, alright? So let's go take a look at the Training Center. So if you take a right from these signs, just follow the signs around. We come over here to a 2-story building, mostly made of glass. But what this building is made of is actually a bunch of statues. And this particular building is for EV training. It's like giving you tips on how to EV train your Pokemon. So for those of you who don't know about EVs, they're essentially another value that that allows your Pokemon to get stronger in the game. And there's 6 EVs. It's like special attack, special defense, attack, defense, HP, and then speed. Now you can actually train your Pokemon to get really good at 2 of these attributes, or you could split up the points between all of them if you want. But this little room actually shows us some common Pokemon that you can hunt for to actually boost those EVs. So obviously we have HP over here, we've got defense, we've got attack Pokemon, special attack, special defense, and then also your speed Pokemon. And obviously it gives you a sign showing which biomes these Pokemon will spawn most of the time in. So make sure you come and check this out. It's really important for the next part. Now the second floor of this building is it's still technically under construction, but we can still take a look at it. So what this is actually EV training tutorials and IV tutorials. And this actually doesn't get into how to do it because that's going to take more than just a little room, but it shows you what the items themselves do, like items that you can use. So obviously, for instance, here we have the Power Bracer. Now this actually adds 4 attack to the holder when you defeat a Pokemon with the Pokemon using this item. So if the Pokemon you beat gives you +1 speed EV, the Bracer will actually give you +4 attack on top of that. So definitely beneficial to look into these if you start to EV train. And I will do an EV training video in the future. So be patient for that if you're not exactly sure what you have to do yet. So if you really want to try out breeding, definitely take a look at these things because it's gonna help you out it's gonna help you get the Pokemon that you're looking for. However, if you don't want to do any breeding type activities, it does take a while. Adam or Gently Gaming, he does run a breeding service. It's pretty expensive. I think it can be $3,000 or $4,000, even $5,000 for a properly IV bred Pokemon. So if you want all 6 IVs, it can be pretty expensive. So this is just another reason to enter the tournament that's going on tomorrow. If you need some extra cash, you could win, get $5,000 and get your perfect Pokemon. So make sure you check that out. I'll leave the description to that tournament in the description below. So make sure you check it out if you haven't done so already. So the next area that we're going to check out is actually just outside the front of this 2-story building. And this is more of your breeding information. So if you want to come check out breeding, this gives a lot of good information as to what you're going to need or how your setup should look like. Apparently your ranches do not need to be flat. And I've always thought it needed to be, but you got the ranch block in the center here. And then apparently they can be stepped like this. I had no idea. It's pretty interesting. I've never actually seen anything other than flat, I think. But then as you can see, you got these different blocks here. It's kind of random. I was like, what the heck is going on? But apparently, each of these blocks shows the best block to use for certain breeding type environments. So if you're using or trying to breed fire type Pokemon, you're probably going to want the flames in your entire breeding area, in your ranch. So definitely take the time to read through this if you're trying to breed certain Pokemon. So this next area is actually more of a guide to how to build a good team that synergizes and is pretty effective against other Pokemon. So if you look around, I'm not going to read through all these signs because there are a lot of them, but it kind of these signs kind of show you which Pokemon or what these Pokemon specialize in, what you could really use these for to really make your team powerful. And again, like there's just so much to read here. And over here really quick, they do have a little section off that describes status effects. Again, this is extremely useful. I didn't know a lot of this stuff, but I mean, if you really want to get into strategy of Pixelmon, you're gonna want to know this stuff because you can really eliminate some other teams pretty quickly if you know which status effects to use. This is an area that specializes in entry hazards. So we got, I think, 4 different Pokemon here. I don't know if there's any more. I think there are more. I think Cloyster, for instance, has an entry effect. But these effects can really just weaken a team and essentially win you the battle before it's even really started if you can get your team set up properly. And then this last wall in this area actually is talking about synergy. So it's discussing how you can develop a team that synergizes well in the defensive, offensive, or just all around for your team. So definitely, again, this stuff can be kind of boring. I know a lot of people just want to go out and catch all the Pokemon, all the legendaries, and think legendaries are the strongest Pokemon in the game. But if you take the time to go through this stuff and learn it, I guarantee you a team with no legendaries could beat a full team of legendaries hands down. No problem. I've seen it happen, believe me. Now, if we go around the back of the Charizard arena, right here's the back end, you can still get into it. I mean, they have so many entrances to get in here, but we'll just shoot out the back again. We see this beautiful little exhibit of the Mega Venusaur. So they did not leave out the Venusaur. I know we just saw the Blastoise and the 2 Mega Charizards in the arena, but they do have the Mega Venusaur statue back here. Kind of hidden, but it's still, it's just a nice little setup for it. And honestly, I think it looks pretty nice. So if we keep going around the back edge of the gym, we'll keep going, following around. We'll actually find these movement plates that take you to the battle arena that I've been... So the battle arena is the reason why I showed you all the EV training, IV training type stuff, because you're going to need to know that stuff pretty well in order to get through this battle arena. So here's the entrance to the battle arena. As you can see, it's just a couple of signs saying, hey, we have a couple of trainers here, actually 4 to be precise, and these trainers are tough. Let me just say that. Obviously, I have a sign saying, hey, if you can beat these trainers without using legendary Pokemon, you've done extremely well. And I gotta say, guys, these trainers are tough. These are not like your typical NPCs you find walking around in deserts and stuff. So as you can see, there's 4 levels. And as you beat these guys, you actually get rewards. So 3 Great Balls, 3 Ultra Balls, it's like, no big deal. But then you get like a Life Orb for level 3 and then a Master Ball for level 4. So if you go around to the side and hop up, do a little bit of parkour up these steps. I missed it. Parkour. Anyways, you have the 4 NPC trainers in each corner of this area. There's a public Pokemon station and a PC. So if you want to if you need to heal your Pokemon or switch out your Pokemon team, you can totally do that. You don't have to, go back to the Poke Center or anything. I will admit that I have beat level 1 and level 2 already. They aren't too bad, but I mean, they can be tricky. So I don't want to give away all the hints, but this one is just kind of like a random NPC with level 100 Pokemon, or it's going to be the same level Pokemon as your highest Pokemon. This rare one is a full Ditto team. The Dittos are 10 levels higher than your highest level Pokemon. So you definitely want a high level team going into this. Definitely all the same level, preferably all level 100. It'll definitely increase your chances of beating these guys. I have fought this level 3 trainer a couple of times, and I have gotten down to the last Pokemon on him before he's beaten me. It was just by one move. It was one move that he beat me by. I was so upset. But you know what? It's a great challenge. This is more of an end game, and I have not even tried level 4 yet. But if I was struggling with level 3, I know level 4 is going to be rough. So the way these NPCs are set up, if you win against one of them, you can't battle it ever again for the week. But if you lose, you can, you know, heal up your Pokemon and try again until you beat it. Now, I said ever again because once you beat it, like every week, Baka and Wert Fuzzy are trying to, or their plan is to actually change up the teams that these guys battle with. So you can't just come back next week and expect the same battle. And this is really going to test out your teams and try out different strategies because, I mean, if you keep fighting the same people, same teams, you're not going to really learn anything. So if you diversify your enemies, it's going to be a really good training experience for everybody. So guys, I know it was kind of a long video, but there was a lot to cover, and for me, personally, I felt like all this information was really important, especially if you want to get more into the competitive aspects of Pixelmon. I mean, at the very least, these NPC Battle Arena is going to be very fun for like an endgame type event if you have all the gym badges and stuff like that. So I do have a little surprise for the people that stayed till the end of this video. In this arena, we've got a bunch of NPCs that say random things. Apparently I just healed instead of actually talking to this guy. But if you talk to one of them, it's going to have unique dialogue. And this is all created by Baka and Wert Fuzzy. And there is a secret in this area. So there's actually a secret hidden Master Ball loot. And one of the NPCs in this area gives you a hint as to where it's hidden. I will admit that I have found it, and I'm just saying, guys, it's a fun little surprise if you happen to find it. It's a good hiding spot. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you'll have learned something. If you don't want to take the time to look at all of the training stuff, breeding stuff, I understand. I get you. I understand you. But, you know, at least come to this area, check it out, try to battle the NPCs to win yourself some extra prizes. And again, go check out that tournament that they're hosting tomorrow, because you have a chance to win some cash, you know? But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.